welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show, sponsored by Ringwood Hall Hotel and Spa and Dales and Peaks Estate Agents.
So we have 4 more left until we end season 3.
This has flown by this season for me. I don't even feel quite ready for a break, Laura. I could go another couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah. Normally I'm kind of like, yeah, ready for it. This time I'm like, I could carry on a bit.
I think when we come back though, it's going to be nearer Christmas. Like Halloween-y,
you said the C word.
Fireworks, that kind of thing. So lots to look forward to. Thank you very much for listening, by the way. We love you.
Yeah, press all the buttons whilst you're listening as well, because we'd really, really appreciate it. Now.
You're before I could even say let's get started, we're off.
Now, you posted something on your Instagram a couple of days ago, didn't you?
Right. So I was on, it was Facebook, actually. I was scrolling on Facebook and I just came across this lovely autumnal photo of the Peak District. And then I kind of looked up and then you kind of read. And it was basically this person saying about hiking in the Peak District on Christmas Day. So I was like, oh, okay. So read more. Anyway, it said to go to this person's Instagram account. So I was like, I need to know more about this. So I clicked on it, went over to Instagram and found this person called Damon, who this Christmas, in fact, I think he's done it the past couple of years, who this Christmas is basically saying, if you're on your own this Christmas, or not even if you're on your own, but if if there's 2 of you and maybe you're feeling a bit lonely or sad or whatever, he puts on a walk through the peaks on Christmas Day and is like, if you want to come, what I basically like about this, what caught my eye is the way he wrote and explained what he was doing.
This is such a nice idea, isn't it? Because you all kind of assume that everyone has got somewhere to go on Christmas Day, but actually a lot of people haven't. A lot of people are on their own. A lot of people are having like their first Christmases since losing somebody, or their life has changed, but perhaps divorce, or they're not with their kids that year, or whatever it might be. Well, not to mention the bloody cost of living this year as well.
Yeah.
So actually it's really nice that somebody is offering something where people can just go along.
Yeah, totally. So the thing I liked about it was like kind of, anyone's welcome. It's his 3rd year of doing it. At the time when he posted this, I think he had about 30 odd people booked on. And then he's kind of put like, you don't have to spend Christmas Day on your own. Come and have a great day. I'll bring some mulled wine and some mince pies. But what I liked is he's put, it's fine to cancel even last minute. Because I think sometimes if you feel a bit anxious and you're like, oh, I kind of want to go, but what if I change my mind? I love the fact that he's put, it's cool, like book on, but if you don't want to come, that's fine too.
Do you know what? It actually sounds like he's talking from experience. He obviously knows what it's like to go through something and feel really anxious and chop and change your minds at the last minute.
Yeah. He's put, I purposefully don't make plans for myself on Christmas to make sure no one spends it on their own.
Oh, no, don't.
I won't be upset if plans change. It's fine. Just keep me in the loop. And I was like, the Peak District is bloody lovely. It's a great place to go and walk around. It's beautiful, isn't it? Being outside, being in nature. So yeah, if you're like lonely, anxious, whatever. And then what I love is that people underneath have just put, I'm not particularly lonely. I've got a family, but can we come? And he's like, yeah, sure. Like, I love the fact it's just like an all-inclusive, just everyone come along.
Yeah, no rules, no judgment. If you want to go along, just go along. But hasn't he now been like inundated since posting this?
Yes, I think it kind of blew up a little bit. So he's had lots more people kind of book on. And yeah, I'm invested. I was like, follow. I shared it. My sister knew about it. She shared it. So I think it's such a bloody lovely thing to do.
It is. Well, you sent it on to me as well. And I've now joined the group on Facebook, started following him on Instagram. I'm kind of invested as well. We were talking about going, weren't we?
Yes, I think he does like monthly hikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what the group you've joined?
Yeah.
So
we should go on a monthly hike first just to see what it's all about and, get a feel. And then maybe if I'm here for Christmas this year, maybe we should go. Is it like an all-day hike on Christmas Day?
I'm not entirely sure about all the details, but I thought a hike's a hike, innit? Maybe it's a few hours. Also,
I'll be honest,
he had me at mulled wine and mince pies.
Same, mate. High five. Literally. I was like, yep.
I love me a mince pie. But yeah, I just think, God, just a great thing to do.
Yeah. Also, let's have a quick look. We've had a little look at him.
We've had a little look.
Well, we've had
a right old stalk.
Right,
great photographer as well.
Yes.
So we kind of want to speak to him, don't we?
It'd be great to get him on the show.
Yeah.
On here, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just?
Yeah, maybe our next season 4, we'll get
It'll
him
be
on.
all about Damon.
Yeah. We'll change
Damon
the name.
every day.
It's not the Laura and Becky show. It's the Damon
show.
hiking show. Yeah. We'll just talk to Damon. He'll just come on every day. I mean, he's a good-looking chap, isn't he? And we were saying before that we think if we turned up on Christmas Day, it would just be literally a sea of
single women.
Yeah, trying to keep up with him, like huffing and puffing and out of breath. Like, Damon, slow down. Wait for me, Damon. I mean, brilliant.
Anyway, what a great thing to do. And hopefully our mission is to try and get hold of Damon.
Listen, we'll get hold of him. Also,
we'll get hold of him.
some people were, you know how you can ask questions on your Insta or
Yes.
people ask you questions. So people were asking him various different questions about the hike and about him and his photography and everything. And someone put something on there and his answer was, I'm actually trying not to date anyone at the moment.
Oh.
FYI, ladies, if you are
Yeah.
going on there thinking, I'll slide into his DMs.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh no, do it. I mean,
okay.
listen, if you want to do it, do it. But I'm just giving you a bit of intel. Apparently, he's trying not to date anyone. But we all know it always happens when you're not looking for it.
Exactly, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
keep an eye on proceedings, shall we?
Yes,
Try
we
and get
will.
hold of him as well. So,
You were looking through your Insta archives, weren't you, this morning when we first came in to record the podcast?
right, okay. This time last year, I had COVID.
But you didn't know it.
No, I was in the first few days of it. So I think I started feeling a bit like, ugh, but not really,
Well, we
sure
were on the
why.
radio together at this point, weren't we? So we did the breakfast show together and you weren't feeling
I had
quite
a headache,
yourself.
didn't I? Do you
Yeah.
remember like complaining about a
You were
headache?
tired.
I'd been to London the previous weekend, so I think that's where I caught it from. And it's so interesting looking back at last year. First of all, I can't wrap my head around the fact that's a whole year ago.
I know, where is it gone? Like, it's actually scary.
Yeah. So, and God, I didn't
You were
move
really-
for 7 days.
Well,
I
you
was
were really
so poorly.
ill.
Yeah.
It was the first time you'd had COVID, wasn't it? Then
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've both had it a few times since then. We're old hats at it now. But then it was the first time. I don't think I hadn't had COVID.
No,
either.
I remember I couldn't move. Even my eyeballs ached.
Well, you couldn't even voice note me, so
No.
you must have been ill.
At one point, I did consider just weeing myself because I couldn't even get up to go to the toilet. I just rolled to luckily we've got like a little ensuite that's really near the bed, so I just kind of rolled there. But oh my God, I was so ill.
It hit you for 6, didn't it?
Blimey.
Well, I remember because obviously I didn't see you for that week because you were so ill at home, but I had to drop some things off to your house, didn't I, for you? I can't remember what it was now. Do you remember what I turned up like?
You know E.T., that film E.T.,
Yeah.
when they go and find E.T. in that river, then take it. You look like that.
Is it the hazman
Yeah.
suits or something? Yeah. I turned up with gloves on, like an overall thing. I had a mask and I was like, I was waving up at you at the window,
know.
wasn't I?
Yeah, because I mean, it was bad.
Yeah. Back then as well, like a year ago, I think people were still quite nervous of getting COVID. So it was quite a big deal. But you lived to tell the tale, didn't you, love?
What did I have? Was it not what was it?
Omicron.
Was that the bad one?
Omicron.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
that.
I
But
think Delta. Yeah, and I think Delta was the all right one, wasn't it?
yeah, but my smell still is not 100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my taste is still not back to its full capacity yet.
That's so weird. I remember you trying to smell certain things once you came back into work, and you were like, "Can you smell beef? I can smell beef. Why can I smell beef?" And you were having an absolute panic that you could smell beef.
Well, we went to a pub and I hate fish, and I was like, I could eat anything because I
Yeah.
just couldn't taste it. Although I could. What was that fish we had? What?
Can't
Was it
remember.
mackerel or something? I can't remember what it was, but it was actually.
Don't even know.
Anyway.
I think I've had COVID 4 or 5 times, by the way.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, just to let you know.
All right.
Yeah.
You've had it recently, haven't you? I think you gave it to me recently.
Yeah, well, I think we haven't had it confirmed, have we? But we think we've both had it.
Yeah.
But
But it's milder now, isn't it? Is it? I mean, I don't actually know. Is it?
It's like the common cold, so they say, isn't it? But
Is it here?
Well, apparently,
Bit
I'm
of a
no
sore
doctor,
throat.
but-
So you've had it 4 or 5 times, you reckon? Do you remember when we thought you
Yeah.
were like invincible because you just weren't
Yes.
getting it?
I was around so many people who'd
Yeah.
had COVID and I just wasn't getting it. But no, it finally got me.
Everyone's had it.
Oh, quick few messages, actually, that I've forgotten to do.
Go on.
Need to say hi to Jay Walker, who's messaged me. Well, he's messaged me a lot, actually.
Okay.
Because he's desperate to win our spa giveaway.
Well, talking of our spa giveaway, we need to give out the 12th letter. So if you are new to us, we have a giveaway for a beautiful spa called Ringwood Hall Hotel. Now, it is beautiful. We know because we go there a lot.
Do we go
Some
there a
may
lot?
say too much. But it's beautiful. And we have a spa package for 2 to give away. We have been giving out a letter a day, which spells out a treatment that you can get at the spa. In fact, by now, I'm pretty sure if you log on to their website, which is ringwoodhall.com, have a look at the treatments, you'll know which one it is by now.
Yeah, you'll know. It's a very well-known one. We're giving you a different letter each day. They're in no particular order, so you will need to get them all together by the end of this week and then put them into
Figure out like an anagram. Is that what we call it?
Anagram.
Anagram.
Yeah, but you'll get
I
it.
wonder if
It's
there's
not
anyone
particularly
called anagram.
I bet there
You know,
is,
like our Rod Bender and our Gary
Yes.
Baldy. I wonder if there's an anagram.
I bet there is. Are you an anagram who's listening? Get in touch. So today's letter is the letter R.
R. There we go. R. So if you want all the other letters, just go back and listen to the last 11 podcasts. You can forward through and find a bit where we give out the letter. We don't mind.
It's worth it, isn't it, to win the spa break?
Yeah, let me tell you, it's worth it. It's for 2 people. So you could give it away as a Christmas present or something like that. Do whatever you want. Have a look. It's ringwoodhallhotel.com. Right.
What's going on in the world?
So Becky and I have a little WhatsApp group where it's called Podcast Content. In fact, I think one day we should actually share our podcast content because, it's a bit random.
It's very random, but what we do is if we're going about our day and something happens and we think, we want to talk about that on the podcast, we just literally pop it in the group to remind us. When I was out on Saturday evening, I won't say what it is actually because we haven't done this yet, but one popped up from you and it was so random. And I was like, what is she on about here? I can't wait to hear this, but we'll save that for another episode.
So I was on, I don't know why this popped up. Was I on Amazon or was it an advert? I can't remember. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny that at the moment you can get Prosecco flavoured lube.
What bloody site were you on, eh?
I swear to
site
you,
were you on?
This is Amazon. Reviews are 4 out of 5 stars. So that's
Not 5
good.
out of 5? I thought it might get a 5 out of 5. That.
No, only had 8 reviews actually. It was quite low for Amazon, isn't it? Now, I have a funny story about lube.
Go on.
Right.
We're all ears, Law.
When we were in Spain this year,
You and I?
no. Sorry, in Marbs with my daughter, my daughter and my husband. We were in a supermarket, and I love Spanish sweets. I love the chewing gum, the chewy Spanish sweets. You can get all the sweets I love, and they're usually at the till, aren't they? When you go up to the till, and we all know that. Anyway, that's all changed. I don't know if it's because of this healthy eating stuff, because we don't have that anymore here, do we? They don't put sweets by the tills. So in Spain, they don't have sweets, but they have lube.
Oh, nice.
Right? And lube packaging is very colourful, and it's got this one, Prosecco on it. You did a quick glance, you'd be forgiven for thinking maybe there were sweets or alcohol.
Shots of something.
Yeah, which my daughter did.
Oh, which one?
Rosie.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, she picked up some lube.
Oh, no.
Can I have this? I was like...
You sure you want that, love?
And then she went, hang on, what is this? And I was like, oh my God.
How did you even explain it?
I just put, it's a lube, put it back. It's lube, put it back. What's lube? You don't need to know what lube is. Let's move on. Let's just move on.
Oh my God. Do you know what though? It's quite handy that it's near the tills because the lube is maybe one of those things you might forget. And then you get to the till and think, oh God, I've forgotten the lube.
It's not an essential though, is it?
Well,
great.
It depends, Laura. It depends. You've just hang on. I thought I had a story about
an
lube.
essential?
Well, yes.
Hey, listen, talking about essentials when you're in shops, doesn't it piss you off that they put the bread and the milk right in the back corner of a supermarket?
Oh.
Because then you have to go through the store. Do you know what I mean? The lube's not in the back corner of a supermarket, is it?
How so it's obviously not from lube to bread and milk?
Well, because when you shop, it's not an essential, is it? They don't put the essentials by the till.
No.
So it can't be. Lube is not an essential part of my shopping list. Is it yours? Are you going to show? Is it disgusting?
I'm going to show you a picture.
Oh, please, no.
So last night I was voice noting a friend of mine who had just purchased something.
What? Oh.
They just purchased something.
Are you going to show it me?
Yes, I am.
Does this have genitals on it? I'm not.
Yep. She sent me that and she went, "This is great. I'm going to send you the link to it." And I went,
Holy
"Oh,
shit,
right."
let me see.
I said, "That's there, ready and charging." There we go.
Let me try and figure this out. Oh, okay.
I was actually trying to figure it out.
Why is that such a funny shape though, that bit? Well, I guess you'll find out if you order it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like the thing my husband used that nearly electrocuted himself.
Yes.
It was a little bit like a drill.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's not as harsh.
It was very brazen though, wasn't it? Just out on the bedside table.
In
like
fact,
that.
I've got a picture to show you that I saw. Now, it sounds like we're absolutely disgusting. I'm not. I think I'm quite, what's the word? I live a sheltered life.
Well, you do. And we'll talk about that another time, actually. That's just reminded me of something.
I have got some good stories. Okay, I can't find it. But basically on Facebook, this woman appeared, a normal woman, hanging from her door in a sex swing. Sex swings don't look like what I thought they looked like. They look just really boring and like, I don't know, a harness, some would say. I'd screenshot it, but I can't find it. I'll show it you.
Send it to me later, love.
You up for Prosecco Lube? Or?
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought you were going to say absolutely not.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Okay. So it's time for us to guess the price of the house. Guess the
we
price
should have a little
of
jingle
the house.
made, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
So we started this yesterday, actually, a little bit off the cuff. It wasn't planned or anything, but we were like, we really enjoy guessing the price of a house. So our lovely sponsors, Dales and Peaks, I mean, they're probably going to be cringing listening to this because we were so far out yesterday, weren't we?
So was it yesterday? I don't think
Doesn't
it was
that seem like
yesterday.
ages ago?
I don't think. I think it's
last
because
week.
it wasn't yesterday.
It was Friday.
That's why. Anyway, we're going to have a little look on Dales and Peaks' Facebook page and pick a house, and we are going to value it.
So should we go with this one? This is on their Facebook page. You can see it as well if you just add Dales and Peaks. So it's a 4-bedroom home in
I know
Ashgate.
this is like round the corner from me, actually.
Do you know the price of this one, though?
No, do you?
No.
So we're just going to have a look at the photo. So it's lovely. It's detached inside. Lovely.
I would say needs a little bit of modernisation.
All right. Okie dokie. I mean, if I was going to... No, we're not going to be critical.
I know what you're going to say.
I know.
You're going to say
I know exactly, yes.
Yeah. Change the colour of that wall.
Very spacious kitchen and dining room. Very spacious. I mean, it is.
You could do a lot with this.
lovely.
And actually, look at that from the back.
Oh, stop
and the grounds are lovely.
Okay, so we are going to value this. I mean, I'm looking at the... don't really know what I'm looking at. Bathroom. Double garage. Double garage.
It's got gates going in as well. I'm going to base this a little bit though. You know, the house that we valued on Friday, I'm going to kind of like put it against that a little bit. I think I'm going to...
We're going to say it together because I like it when we do it together.
All right, just give you 1 second. Hang on.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
725. Oh. Right, let's click and find out. Hang on.
What is it, Becky? What is it?
We're both so way out again.
No, stop.
We've gone the other way. We've gone way over.
Oh, good.
Mate, this house is a bargain compared to what we thought.
All right.
$550.
Bargain.
There you go.
Right.
If you've got $550, go get it.
Right, time for our mate. Now, if you're new, by the way, our mate is just basically something that's happened, and depending on the length of the mate is the severity of what's happened.
Yeah, you know when, Laura and I both know if one of us starts the conversation with mate, we know there's something going on.
Yeah.
Now you came in today and actually it was a little bit depressing, but it did really interest me at the same time. You listen to LBC pretty much 24 hours a day, don't you?
No. Well, I have it on in my car and I find it very difficult to switch stations. I'm kind of invested.
Well, there's a lot going on at the moment, isn't there, to listen to?
Yeah.
There's the war in Russia.
There is a lot.
There's the cost of living.
Yeah.
There was the Queen dying, all that kind of stuff.
Right. So I was listening today and obviously I can't remember what journalist it was. It wasn't on LBC. There are other stations available with different points of view. But this journalist was like, at the moment in the news, there's not enough time to get all the stories of what is going on in the news. And unfortunately, they're all really bad stories. So obviously there is the war, which I cannot wrap my brain around that anymore. I'm so confused as to what is going on there. It's just nuts.
Yeah, I don't like listening.
I just
stuff about
don't
it.
understand why someone hasn't just gone.
Phew.
Yeah. Anyway, this they were talking about landlords and renters. Okay, and obviously you've had a really bad experience when you were renting your apartment, and they were talking about the fact that there's this section 21 where basically any landlord can just kind of like give their tenants 2 months to move out, and they don't really have to have a reason.
And that is what happened to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yours was terrible.
Yeah, there was more to it, but yes.
And a lot of it is revenge eviction, they call it, which is what yours was.
That was what mine was.
Yeah. So, if you ask for something to be done in the house and the landlord doesn't like it, they can just like get rid of you and get someone new in. So they were kind of talking about that. But then they kind of had it from the point of view of the landlord. So obviously because mortgage and interest rates are going up by a lot of landlords need to put rent up, but to such an extortionate amount that the people that living in the houses can't afford it. So I had this landlord on was like, it will cost him £7,000 to have his tenants in the house, or he'd have to put their rent up from like £1,500 to £2,800.
Which the normal person cannot afford.
No, I mean, it's just ridiculous. And the family he had were 2 adults, 3 children in a lovely village. All their children went to the local village school, and he's like, I had to just sit them down and go, I have to sell this house.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
He must have felt awful. But the thing is, he's in a position where what can he do? It's out of his control.
Yeah, so I had another guy on. I mean, he did own 11 properties, but good for him, whatever, And he was like, I'm literally, that I have to basically not evict everyone, because he was like, I can't do it. And morally, it's not the right thing to do. So he's just going to let all his contracts come to an end and then just sell all his houses. He basically was like, it's screwed.
It is a real worry, isn't it? Like how people are going to afford to pay their rent, their mortgages, what landlords are going to do. Someone messaged me yesterday telling me that their mortgage is going up by £700 a month.
I mean, obviously, it will, like you said, it will eventually come full circle, eventually. Yeah. But I think this is as bad as it's probably been.
Well, I think it's the mortgages, it's the rent, it's the interest rates, but also the cost of living generally.
Yeah.
It's gone up so much. So I think it's a bit of a dark time.
I mean, I was like, when are my kids ever going to buy their first homes? Like, when are they actually going to, I mean, I don't want to move out yet, but, you just think, how are they going to afford to move out?
I was at Cam's leaving do on Sunday evening, and one of our friends there, he is a landlord with a lot of properties, and a lot of them are rented out to students, but then some are rented out to young professionals and families as well. And we were talking about that with him. We were saying what are you going to do? Are you going to have to put their rent up, or what are you thinking? And he made quite an interesting point. He said, no, because when interest rates came down, I didn't put their rent down.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was like, so I feel morally wrong
thing
to put it up. And we were like, fair
thing to do.
But then some people literally cannot afford to not do that. It will break them, won't it? Bankrupt them.
Yeah. It is not good, is it? The other thing they were talking about, more doom and gloom on the way, guys.
Yeah.
was
yourselves in.
So Ukrainian refugees have been here for 6 months. They only ever had 6 months.
I didn't realise that they were only here for 6 months.
I'm sure they'll extend it. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but they initially came over for just 6 months. So I had this woman on who took in a mother and a daughter. The daughter was 11. She's a single mum with a 12-year-old. So she was like, I'd love to have 2 people in. So they arrived, and she said for the first 3 months it was brilliant. They cooked together, went shopping together. She kind of taught her a bit more of the language, all of that kind of stuff. And now she's like, now it's a nightmare.
Why? What's happened?
So she said 3 months in, she sat down with this with the lady, and she was like, right, so you've got 3 months left. Are you saving any money? What's your plans? Where do you think you'll go? And she said that conversation, everything then just fell off a cliff. And I don't know whether maybe that Ukrainian lady thought she was just going to stay there or whatever. She said now they're like ships in the night. They're they both just stay in the room. She said they're polite, but she said it's like having 2 people just renting a room that never really speak to each other.
Do you think it's because she was sort of asking her plans, and maybe she didn't have any plans, or like you say, she thought that maybe they'd be there longer?
I don't know, but how awkward would that be for 3 months? What? I mean, first of all, a brilliant thing to do to take 2 people in anyway.
Yeah.
But then oh God, like how awkward. She was like, it's so awkward. And I'm like, well, does she just like on the last day just go, okay, bye.
See ya.
Like, what happens?
Don't know. It is weird. My mum, actually, her next door neighbour has got a Ukrainian lady living with her that I see when I go back to my mum's. And I do think massive respect to people who've, taken Ukrainian refugees in.
But they can't surely just send them back now because it's getting bloody worse over there.
No. But also, what would be the point? Like, if you just have 6 months up, then go back to the war zone, what's the point?
I don't know. It's not good, though. Also, talking about all these Russians that have fled Russia, like hundreds of thousands of them. Where are they? Where
are they hiding?
Where did they go? Honestly, I can't think about it too much because I'm just a bit like,
I know it is. I try not to watch the news too much because it is doom and gloom. But going back to the cost of living crisis, I am going to buy a slow cooker today.
Right.
And we're going to Aldi.
Yes.
To look for what are they?
A heated air fryer thing.
I mean, we are getting ready.
We're getting
I
to
bought
that
those of batteries the other day.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks, love. You told me to.
We're going to go to the middle aisle of Lidl and we'll let you know the results tomorrow. We'll see what we find. Get a couple of candles as well while we're there.
Oh, mate, we'll come up with all sorts of things that we never went in to buy. You know what it's like.
Yeah, anyway, sorry to end on a bit of doom and gloom. Have a good day.
Yeah, have a great one, guys.